One time I pissed off Jeff Bezos in a good way, but that's a story for another time. Well, thanks for having me, Nick. And I think that, just being able to chat about this space with you is so cool. I mean, I'm sure your listeners know, OfferUp has done so much for the circular economy, and it's just something that's, I find it very circuitous, if you will, that you're working on this problem now. So it's really great to be here. My name's Laura. I'm the CEO and founder of Brightly. And the reason why I started Brightly was because I wanted there to be a place online to talk about all things conscious consumerism. I kind of felt like folks who are looking to make a difference by voting with their dollars, that's kind of overdone right now, that term, but it's true. People who actually wanted to make a difference by changing lifestyle habits or sending their dollars to places that they actually cared about, what didn't exist online from the lens of conscious consumerism. I felt like there was a lot of stuff that was very almost very vegan or very pro-environmental causes in different aspects, but not necessarily thinking about it from the lens of what everyday folks are doing and what they need to get done on a daily basis. And really, before I started Brightly, I had spent years in the tech industry myself. I got my career started at Amazon. I was a product marketing manager. My whole job there was to sell as many shoes and handbags as I possibly could. And I got really good at that job. I actually ended up becoming the most successful email marketer at the company at the time. I was like 21 years old. I was so excited. One time I pissed off Jeff Bezos in a good way, but that's a story for another time. And I did it because I was just so amazed by the power of the internet and the power of the internet to fuel purchasing decisions. So being on the other side of that equation and being able to understand why people were buying what they wanted to, and going throughout that pattern was really, really exciting to me. But one day I kind of took a look at my closet because I was in fashion. So I had way too many things overflowing out of my closet that I wasn't wearing. And then I also realized that I actually was having physical, allergic reaction type situation going on when I was sitting at my desk at Amazon because I was in front of the sample closet. So I literally was getting headaches from poorly made shoes and handbags that I was then selling on to people. So I just thought to myself, what in the world is going on? I've always been interested in more organic or, less toxic type products. Back when Whole Foods first started up, it started up in Austin. I went to school, University of Texas at Austin. I was hanging out at that massive Whole Foods all the time. Always really been interested in the space, but never really felt like I belonged. And so that's really what drove me to start Brightly, and really start the podcast that really founded the company, which is called Good Together. And it's funny, from a Brightly and a Good Together perspective, we like to focus on things that are going to impact people on a daily basis, but we also don't shy away from, larger topics that are coming up in the news around eco-friendly living or, climate change and wildfires and things of that nature. Because we understand that by doing small lifestyle changes every single day, you actually can make a huge difference. And so all of these things have a butterfly effect, if you will.
Yeah. Well, a few things that you said I find interesting, and I've done, a number of these podcasts already, and there's kind of a trend I've been seeing. People that were working in e-commerce jumping into this, like that's me, right?
Yep.
And luckily I was more secondhand, but I've seen a number of people that were in the fashion space that are now working on sustainability. It's probably because they've had a front row seat and they're looking at the scale of this challenge. And so I think that's, intriguing. And it sounds like that's kind of a similar journey you had, being at Amazon.
Absolutely. Well, the whole system of fast fashion and just actually fashion in general is so broken. Really, I'd argue physical product production is so broken, right? Companies have to guess what people want 6 months ahead of time. It's the whole thing is so broken. So when I hear about people making steps to, galvanize the pre-order system or, cutting back inventory or, using circular economy type situations for fashion and just, production in general, I find it really interesting because it's with all the technology we have today, it's amazing to me that we still operate that way, both from a planet focused perspective, but then also it's saved people money. It's saved companies money if they figure it out.
Yeah. Well, I do think, get into the future maybe in a few minutes, but I think there's a lot of interesting trends and systems and infrastructure that have just been around for decades. And now with data and time, I think people are now waking up that, we can do things differently.